How to carry out temperature mapping study of a warehouse. We will briefly explain the method and procedure for carrying out temperature mapping study of a warehouse. This is a summary from our free guide on temperature mapping study. The purpose of a mapping study is to measure the temperature and humidity across the entire warehouse. This means that we have to record readings of various points simultaneously and record the same continuously. The duration for testing a warehouse is a minimum of 7 days and a maximum of 14 days. In order to record the data, we place the data loggers across the entire warehouse at equal distances based on our calculations. In an existing warehouse, there might be limitations to carry out all the tests. In such case, you may carry out the tests with the present loads available. For a new warehouse, we suggest the following sequence of tests. Number 1. The first test is an empty test of a warehouse. This is for analyzing the readings without any load inside the warehouse. We may take the readings for a couple of days without any loads. This is possible only in a new warehouse. Number 2. Thereafter, a loaded test is conducted. This is for analyzing the readings under loaded conditions. In most cases, this is the only test possible in a warehouse. We suggest that the warehouse to be loaded to your normal usage pattern. If your warehouse is normally loaded to approximately 60%, then we will carry out the test under 60% loaded condition. However, we do not recommend carrying out the test below 50% loaded condition. Number 3. If you further want to ensure performance, we can also carry out a full load test. The warehouse should have 90 to 100% load, and we will carry out the tests. You can also use dummy loads with similar thermal properties to load the warehouse to 100% capacity. Upon completion of the data recording, we will download the entire data from the data logger. We will upload the entire data into our software for mapping study, which will generate the results. Temperature and humidity are analyzed separately. For medicine storage, we recommend a humidity level below 65% RH. We can carry out the tests either with standard data loggers or with wireless real-time data loggers. If we use the wireless real-time data loggers, we can monitor the data remotely. If there are any deviations, we can recommend the corrective actions, and the test can be repeated with minimum cost and time implications. Please download the free complete guide on temperature mapping study from our website, www.wackerglobal.com/downloads. Also, we are shown the important portions of a typical report on mapping study. The report will have all the data downloaded from all the data loggers. All the data will be compiled using our software for further analysis. The software prepares the summary graph for all the tests. Separate graphs are available for each test, such as loaded test, empty test, door opening test, startup test, power failure test, etc. For each of these tests, different parameters such as maximum and minimum temperature, duration of excursions, etc. These graphs will form part of every report. Also, the report will include a risk analysis and recommendations. A qualification report will include details of all the equipment installed in the asset. Also, the detail of various functional tests carried out on these components will be part of the report. Also, calibration report of each of those components will be verified and will be incorporated in the report. The summary part of the report will indicate the summary of each of the tests. For a user, the summary part will be sufficient to understand the results of the test. If you want to know the details of each of those tests, all the details will be available in the subsequent pages. The complete qualification and mapping study certifies that the asset is performing as per the required standards during the tests. However, it doesn't mean that it will ensure the same performance continuously thereafter. We will also be indicating the hot and cold points across the entire area. Based on this, we will recommend the positions for placing the temperature and humidity recording instruments. For any queries, please send an email to sales.en@wackerglobal.com. Also, please subscribe to our channel for regular updates on similar products and post your comments or queries under the comment section. Visit our website www.wackerglobal.com.